Suzuki marketing team are calling this a street car named DZire. Really? Okay, I'll play along. Let's keep this whole movie title analogy thing going. I've got one for them. How about Lost in Translation? I've always been a big fan of the Suzuki Swift. I've loved the clean, simple styling. So if, like me, you're a fan of the vehicle, you're going to absolutely love what you see in the DZire. Until you find yourself at the C-pillar. And that's really where things go seriously wrong. Yes, it's got a boot, but not really. I think we're kind of used to the new modern day sedans. I think Kia Rios, Hyundai Accents, even the A3 sedans, where you really feel like the sedan is being designed from the ground up. There actually is a boot. This reminds me of the 90s, where a hatchback was turned into a sedan just by changing how the boot opened. It really, really does not work for me. It's probably one of the ugliest cars I've seen around. The Swift has always had a long nose, so from a proportion point of view, nothing is working here. So yes, it has a boot at 300 litres. Not a big boot at that either. This is like a dumbbell. Remember when this is what we used to stay in touch? Incredible to think that all the spec, all the technology, all the features have now been crammed into something like a quarter of the size. Incredible. And it's no different with vehicles. People are downsizing without necessarily downscaling. And I think this is the consumer that Suzuki is trying to tap into with their Swift DZire. We're in the top spec GL test unit, and it really does come with all the creature comforts. It's got electric windows, electric mirrors, it's got air conditioning, USB, power steering, ABS, so it really has everything you need. It really is very, very well spec'd. I like the layout of the interior as well. It's really simple. When of course you get to the GA entry-level model, a lot of those things are left out. Spacious as well. I'm actually really surprised sitting in the back with my seat in driver position. I've got ample legroom and a lot of headroom, something that you don't get in a lot of the newly designed sedans. My only problem though is from an interior perspective, it comes in one color, or let's say two-tone, one trim spec. This beige, yeah, it just is not going to work. Our test unit's already showing a lot of dirt and wear and tear. And for a car that's meant to be a family vehicle for running around the city, this ain't gonna last. Obviously the big talking point besides the boot on the DZire is the smaller capacity engine. They've gone with a 1.2 litre 4-cylinder VVTi engine. Those figures that everyone wants to know about: 63 kilowatts, 113 newton meters of torque. Can I tell you, we've driven with 4 passengers and a full boot out to the shoot today, and actually hasn't been bad. It's obviously going to be a lot better down at the coast, but up here on the reef, you've got to work your way through the 5-speed manual box. It comes with a 4-speed auto, which we don't have, and I'm happy about that. I think on the reef, you're going to want to be going through the gears to get most of the performance out of it. But actually, not bad at all. And I think it's going to be on par with what you expect to get from 63 kilowatts. From a ride quality perspective, I've been very impressed with how quiet it is on the open road. Really well insulated cabin and a nice feel when driving around town as well. So the real benefit of downsizing is upsizing your wallet when it comes to stopping at the gas station. They say 5.7 litres per 100 is their claimed consumption. We're sitting on 5.6. Bearing in mind we've had 4 people, we've been driving it pretty hard to get going. Very, very impressive indeed. And the CO2 figure is low as well, sitting at 134. Impressive. Now, as much as I love Suzuki products, there's a real problem with the DZire, and it lies in its competitors. I'm not even talking about things like Toyota Etios. Let's stick to a direct Japanese competitor, Honda with their Brio sedan. You're going to say to me, yes, it's more expensive at 134,000 as opposed to an entry-level 128,000. But critically, the GA spec in the DZire does not have ABS. Really? Come on, I mean seriously, I didn't even know they make cars without ABS anymore. That is a serious safety issue. Then when you get to the boot, that one thing that makes the Swift different in terms of the DZire, it's 300 litres, whereas the Brio has 405 litres. That pretty much sums it up. Honda Brio 1, 0 DZire.